All right, so today's lesson, right, hey, students, today's lesson is on algebra, all right, very important lesson, I tell you. If you can understand this lesson, all right, your many of the questions you can do, things like factorization, expansion, all this will be very, very simple, okay? So let's take a look at a little bit of what you need. These are the same things that I always say you need, all right? Things like your notebook, your exercise book, your worksheet. If you can, please print out the worksheet, then you can do the lessons with me. From Hakim. Hello Hakim. All right, but it's not Hakim, it's actually Haris, right? Stationery, yes, you need a stationery. And please, your best friend. This is my bestie. All right. Okay, I got another bestie actually. But okay, this is my second bestie, right? It's called a calculator. Please have it, all right? Please have your calculator. It's so useful. And finally, I need your what? I need your full attention and your focus. Is that okay? Excellent. Okay, so let's go on to today's first part, whereby I talk to you about something called factorization. All right. For Sec 1, Sec 2, you will learn this thing, but you will learn it at different stages. But this lesson, because there are Sec 1 and Sec 2 involved, I'm going to teach you everything. So Sec 1, you'll be learning something extra. Sec 2, take it as a revision, and you need to know all this. All right. So down here, the first stage, the very first stage of factorization is called taking out the common term. All right. So if you have a little notebook and all this, right, can you please write this down? The first stage is called taking out the common term. All right. I will show you what's the meaning of taking out the common term later. Okay, just write this down first. Stage 1, always take out the common term. Stage 2 is something called factorization by split. All right. Factorization by split. Hey, not speed. Don't go around spitting. Now you spit, I tell you, it's going to be very, very dangerous. All right, because of all this virus that is flowing around. All right, it's called factorization by split, not speed. And for split, right, usually for split, there are always two items involved. Later, I will show you what's the meaning of two items. Okay. And stage 3 is something called cross factorization. All right, I will use something called cross factorization, but I believe that some schools are using another method. All right, I will show it to you. Don't worry. For cross factorization, three items. So if you just remember the items, all right, if you just look at the items, you will know how to factorize. That's the clue. All right, but again, this clue only works for, let's say, 90% of the time. There are 10% of the time whereby your teacher is trying so hard to test you. All right, so that they make the question so difficult. The 10% is more difficult. The 90% is easy. So I'm going to show you the 90%. Don't worry. All right. And the last one, all right, the last one is what? Grouping method. So if you look at the pattern, right, got 2 items, got 3 items. So this one will be 4 items. Can you see or not? Is that okay? All right. So what's the meaning of items? I will show you. Don't worry. One step at a time. Can? All right. So for the Sec 1, right, for the Sec 1, you are doing these two. For the Sec 1, you are doing the common term and something called the grouping. Teacher, I never learned. You got attend class or not in the first place? So if you did attend class, right, definitely your teacher will teach you number 1 and number 4. Common term and grouping. Vernice, very cute. Never attend class because you're in P6. So how to attend class, right? That's why you attend my class. Smart girl. So now, Sec 2, right? Sec 2, you will learn something called split and, all right, split and cross factorization. This is for Sec 2. Right, but today we are going to do everything. No, you're in P5. Oh my goodness, sorry, Vernice. P5. All right, so common term and for grouping is for Sec 1, and split and cross factorization is for Sec 2. But for Sec 2, you also need to know your Sec 1 work also. That's what I'm trying to say down here. Is that okay? All right, so let's move on to the next slide. Okay, for instance, this one. All right, so number 1, right? Number 1 is for what? Common term all right? So what's the meaning of common term? Common term means something that is common in both in the expression, in the algebraic expression. So let's take a look. 5. Inside 5, right? You must ask yourself, what makes 5? 1 times 5 lah. Oh, okay. 1 times 5. And 15, what makes 15? What makes 15? 3 times 5. Okay, 3 times 5. Can you see that there's a common 5 and 5 down here? Happy, right? Yeah, very happy. And what about the x square? This x square down here, what does x square means? X square actually means x times x. Is that true? And this x down here, all right, can I write it as 1 times x? Can. So now you have to look around, right? Look around for the common term. Look for the things that is common. Eh? Down here got 5. Down here got 5. Down here got x. Down here got x. So what is common? 5x lah. So 5x is common. I'll put a 5x here. And I will open a bracket. All right, I will open a bracket. The remaining items you must put into the bracket. So you took out the 5. You took out the x. So how many x is left? You're left with 1x, right? So this 1x must put it inside here. The minus sign, just put it back. All right. Down here, you're left with 3 and a 1. 3 times 1 is what? 3. So down here is your answer. All right. Hey, but sure, the 1 in front of the x don't write or not? Yeah, don't write lah. So don't write. So it's 5x, x minus 3 like that. All right. This is the answer. Hey, Jethro, you're here. Glad to see you here. All right. So Jethro, you are from what? Sec 1 or Sec 2? Because I saw you in the Sec 3, Sec 4 class the other time. All right. If you can just, oh, you're Sec 1. Oh, very good, very good. So this lesson is for you. Good job. All right. I'm glad that you're here. All right. So moving on. So this is called factorization by what? Factorization by taking out the common term. Okay. All right. Now let's move on. Let's move on to the part 2. Part 2 is what is it? What is it? Remember? It's split, not split. Split. Okay. Factorization by split. And remember for split, right? I got say how many items? 2 items. Can you see or not? Down here got how many items? All right. Down here got 2 items. Is there a chance for activation or split to take place? Yes, there is. All right. So don't panic first. Let's take a look. So the first thing again you have to do is to take out the common term. What is common? 5 and 45. 5 is made up of 1 times 5. 45? 45, can I write it as 9 times 5? Can, right? Can. So down here, the 5 and the 5 is common. What do? I take out the common term first. So I'm left with a 5. Open a bracket. Open a bracket. So what is left? If you take out the 5, you're left with a 1 here. Put back the 1. The minus is still here. Put back the minus. The 9 is still here. Put back the 9. And the p squared is still here. Put back the p squared. Right? This is a simple taking out the common term. Right? So at this moment, this is the answer lah. Really, meh? Got that simple? So at this moment, right, you have to be able to be alert a little bit. You have to be a little bit alert because your teacher will not tell you. Here, there's a hidden what? There's a hidden split involved. How do you determine? Look, the number 1, right, is a what? The number 1 is a perfect square. What's the meaning of a perfect square? Perfect square means like 1 times 1 is 1. So 1 is a perfect square. How about 4? 2 times 2 is 4. So 4 is a perfect square. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 is a perfect square. 4 times 4, 16. 16 is a perfect square. So all these are perfect squares. So 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49 are perfect square. Understand? 9 is also a perfect square. Can you see? 3 times 3, right? And p square is also a perfect square. How come? P times p, right? So you are able to split them into 2 different brackets, those kind. This is called split. And very importantly, the center must be a minus. It must be a minus. If it's a plus, cannot split. All right. So what do? This is for the Sec 2 students. All right. Sec 2, you learn this already. So equal to 5, you put down here. When I see 1 minus 9x squared, right? All right. Everyone is a perfect square and separated by a minus. And there are 2 items. This is considered 1 item. And this is considered another item. All right. I will open 2 brackets like that. Then I will activate my split. 1, how to split? 1 times 1 is a 1. 9, how do you split it? 3 times 3 is a 9. P squared, how do you split it? P times P is a P squared. Minus, you also must split. Split to what? This one is special. You have to split it to 1 minus and 1 plus. And this is your answer. All right, for Sec 1, you haven't seen this before. It's okay. All right, for now, you can actually learn it as a pattern thing. So next time when you're in Sec 2, you'll be able to catch it. All right, or maybe sometimes your teacher asks you, right, hey, teacher, I know how to factorize this. Wow, that's amazing, man. You can answer the question in class. All right, and your teacher will be so proud of you also. All right, so this is what I call factorization by split. Remember, every one of them must be in perfect square separated by a minus sign. Cool? All right, now number 3. Number 3 is also for the Sec 2 students. Sec 1, you never see this before, but just listen to it, all right, as a pattern. Okay? All right, so down here, you have how many items? You have 1 item, 2 item, and 3 item. If you have 3 items, usually we do something called cross factorization. All right. For me, I will love to use something called cross factorization because that's how I was taught. So that's how I was taught. I will remember it. All right. So this is the way to do cross factorization. You need like a working, right? You need a working space. So this is my working space. All right. I draw something like that. I have a cross right in the center. So I have boxes down here. All right. You are supposed to fill in the boxes. All right. It's just like a bit of guess and check involved. All right. You're supposed to fill in the boxes. When you reach Sec 3, Sec 4, I will teach you an even faster way to do it. All right, but Sec 1, Sec 2, your teacher wants you to know this, so let's do it for your teacher's sake. So the first term, 3a squared, you always put in front. 3a squared. The second one, plus 10a, you always put at the back, down here. The position is like that. Just follow the position. Minus 8, you put it in the center. Is this okay? All right, so don't worry, later we do more practice. All right, now it's just trying to get you to have a basic understanding what we are going to do. So here, you're supposed to fill in the boxes. So my question here is, what times what must give you a 3a square? What is the combination? What is the possibility? Hey, 1 times 3, okay? So 1 times 3 will give you the 3. What times what will give you an a square? A times a will give you an a square. So that's the common way of thinking. 1a times 3a is 3a squared. Nothing wrong about that. Next, 8. How do you get 8? Okay, you must think of different ways. 1 times 8, or is it 2 times 4? All right, so you can try and error a bit. This portion you have to try and error. All right, so for me, maybe I try a 2 on top and a 4 below, like this. All right, 2 times 4 is an 8. Why? How come I don't use 1 times 8? Because as I say, it's a trial and error. I try with 2 and 4. Okay? All right, so how? Now I have to do a crisscross. Don't care about this minus sign. Don't care about this minus sign first. Just trust me. So you do a crisscross. 1a times 4. What do you get? 1a times 4 is a 4a. Right? Crisscross. 3a times 2. 3a times 2. That's why the x is down there. 3a times 2 is a 6a. Eventually, right? Eventually, your ultimate aim is to get a positive 10. So on the last column, right? This is called the last column here. You must play with your plus and minus sign. How do you get a positive 10? The only possibility to get a positive 10 is I need to plus 6 plus 4. Plus 6 plus 4 will give you a plus 10. All right. So the last column is not about times. All right. So down here and down here is about multiplication. All right, down here and down here is about multiplication, but the last column is about plus or minus. So this plus, you have to bring to the left, just copy in front of here. This plus, you have to copy in front of here. Can you see? Then you have to do a final check. There is a very important final check down here, which is this portion here. Is it positive 2? Down here is positive 2 times positive 4. Positive 2 times positive 4. It's a positive 8, but here is a negative. Oh no, wrong already. Wrong already. All right, so this one, right, is actually wrong already. Then how? Redo again. Yes. All right, so this is the method that you'll be taught in school also. All right, everything must balance. Plus 2 times plus 4 is not a minus 8. So how? You have to redo again, unfortunately. All right, so don't worry about this. Over the time, right, you will train yourself to be so powerful that before you know that you are wrong, you already will do some amendment already. So let me just do it one more time again. All right, so this is my working portion. Here is my 3a squared. Down here is my positive 10a. And down here is my negative 8. The possibility of getting a 3a squared, yes, 1a times 3a. All right, this part is a multiplication. It seems to be okay. But instead of the 2 and the 4, right, I swap position. Instead of writing 2 and a 4, I write as what? I write as 4 and a 2. Can or not? Let me try. It's about try and error, right? So now you crisscross. All right, 1a times 2 will give you a 2a. 3a times 4 will give you a 12a. Remember, you want a positive here. How do you get a plus in this column? All right, you need a plus 12 minus 2. Plus 12 minus 2 is a plus 10. Can you see now? What is wrong with the first one, Celestia? Okay, good question. I say already. Look here. Celestia, this is for you. Can you see here? Plus 2 times plus 4. What is it? You tell me. Positive 2 times positive 4. Is it a positive 8? Positive 2 times positive 4. Is it a positive 8? Yes, it's a positive 8. But down here is a what? It's a negative 8. So everything have to balance. Every single column, you have to balance. You cannot say that, hey, most of them is correct, so ultimately it's correct. No. Every single column must balance. All right, that's the reason why it is wrong. All right, now you look at my second one. Look at my second one. All right, plus 12 minus 2 is a plus 10. That is correct. So this plus, I bring it here. This minus, I bring it here. So now I do a check. Let me do a check here. This is the last check that many students never do. But you are not many students, right? You are taught by me in this way. So you must check. So check this out. Plus 2 times minus 2. Plus 2 times minus 2. Is it a minus 8? Yes. Now then it balance. Now then it balance. Then what you do? You read your answer. You read your answer from left to right. You read your answer from left to right. So the final answer for this is given as open bracket A plus 4. 1A plus 4, close bracket. Open bracket 3A minus 2. This is your answer. Can you see or not? If you go by the first one will be A plus 2. 3A plus 4. Wrong. It's totally wrong. All right, so remember that this final step is very crucial. You need to check whether it balances up to your negative 8 or not. Every column must be done correctly. All right, hopefully I answer your question, Celestine. All right, Celestine. All right, and this is my method. This is called cross-factorization. I will be using more of this method. However, your school is teaching another method. All right, this is another method which I never learned before. All right, but I just read out on your textbook just to teach you a little bit. All right, so your teacher will teach you how to draw something like that, and down here is a multiplication, something like that. And down here, right, they will break into different rows and columns, and you're supposed to fill in the numbers as best as you can. Okay, so sometimes you see this. All right, this is like a table format. So what is happening? So now you have a 3a square. All right, the 3a square. How are you trying to distribute? All right, this 3a square. Okay, so 3a squared, once again, the possibility is like 3a. All right, 3a times a. Or maybe I write the a on top. This is like 1a times 3a. All right, so how do you fill this box down here? How do you fill this green box down here? This green box is made up of this number here, 1a, and your 3a. All right, that's why it's in the center of it. All right, so 1 times 3, yes, here I will get a 3a square. All right, and your minus 8, right? Your minus 8 must appear where? Your minus 8 must appear at the end down here. All right, so if your minus 8 appears here, right, you have to fill in the two numbers again. So what and what will give you a what will give you a 8? All right, so you can say a 4 and 2 again. So maybe you can write your 4 down here and your 2 down here. All right, your 4 down here and your 2 down here. That will give you an 8. But don't put in the minus first. Again, don't put in the minus first. Can? All right, so down here, right, how do you fill in the remaining box? How do you fill in this red color box here? This red color box is made up of this number here and this number here. So you take 3a times 4. All right, 3a times 4 will give you a 12a here. And similarly, this red color box down here, you have to fill in with this 1a here and your 2 here. All right, so you try to fill in terms of we call it like coordinates like that. All right, the table form. So 1a times 2 will give you a what? 2a. Correct? And the final step is the red color box. The red color, these two red color box, you need to have a what? Eventually, you need to have a plus 10a. How do you get a plus 10a? All right, the only way to get a plus 10a is you need a plus 12 here and a minus 2 here. All right. So must be a plus 12 minus 2 to give you a plus 10a. So where do your minus sign appear? Your minus sign must appear at your minus 2 down here. Correct or not? So that you can have minus 2 times 1a is minus 2a1. Can you see? All right. So this whole thing balanced up nicely already. Then you read from left to right, top to down. All right. So if they never write, it's a plus. So your this answer will be equal to A plus 4. And you read from top to down, 3A minus 2. Is it the same answer as mine? Yes, it's the same answer as mine. All right, so this is what you have been learning in your textbook and all this. Why is 10A the number we are working on and not other numbers like 3A squared minus A? How to say that is in terms of this working wise, right? You are supposed to slot in different numbers. It's not that we are not working on the 3A squared or the minus A, right? We are working with the 3A squared. For instance, down here, 3A squared, right? The green color portion here, right? This one, you see the yellow tick, right? We are working with it also. We are using 1A to times 3A, right? So you cannot say that we are not working with the 3A squared, right? And the minus 8, we are also working with it, right? All right, the minus 8 is we are using 4 and minus 2, right? To work on it. It's just that the 10A is to confirm whether is it correct or not, in a way. All right, so ultimately you have to balance them to make sure that every column and row, it balances up. All right, so once again, this is what your school teacher may teach you, I don't know. All right, but this is the cross factorization method is what I prefer. All right, so don't worry, all right, whatever it is, so we can still use the unknown numbers though. We have to use a 3A squared. That's why the positioning of the 3A squared and the negative 8 is fixed. All right, so your 3A squared must be what? It must be in this green box here, in this thick portion here. Can you see my red highlighter? My laser pointer here? All right, the 3A squared is fixed down here. All right, the negative 8 is fixed down here. All right, so with this fixed portion, right, it's just like my down here, right? My 3A squared is fixed down here. My 10A is fixed down here. My minus 8 is fixed down here. It's just like just take it as your normal primary school division. For instance, I ask you, hey, what is 32 divided by 9? What do? You will draw this, right? You draw the long division, 32 here, 9 here. Why is it like that? Because this is a structure for you so that you are able to continue with the steps, right? Right or not? So you can say that, 9 times 3, it's 27. All right, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32 is a remainder of 5. So this is something whereby it's a structure whereby you are supposed to follow. All right, so you follow this sort of structure since young. Okay, slowly you will adapt to it, right? All right. But positive 12, negative 2 is not positive 10. Huh? Celestian. Positive 12 is not times. Positive 12A minus 2A. This is not times. Right? Inside the table is not times. So positive 12A, negative 2A is positive 10A. Celestian, it's not times. All right? I'm not doing a multiplication inside the box. All right? So within that portion, right, the 12A and the minus 2A, right, that is a simple 12A minus 2A equal 10A. It's not a times. All right, so your times shouldn't be there. Okay? All right, it's just like my cross factorization method, this portion. Can you see that my 6A, 4A? It's not a times. It's just like down here, you see? 12A and minus 2A. It's not a times. It's simply 12A minus 2A. All right, so the last column is not a times. So in a way, you can see some similarity between these two methods. Whichever is best, use that. All right, let's me go on to the next question. Ready? All right, if not, we'll be stuck here forever. All right, this one, what is this? This one got how many items? 1 item, 2 item, 3 item, 4 item. Sec 1, you learn this. This is called factorization by grouping. So this is how you take note. Okay, got 4 items, usually is by grouping. Got 3 items is by cross factorization or the table method. Got 2 items is what? Split, or 1 item is like common term. It's not 1 item, like, it's this common term thing is you have to activate every time. All right, every time if there's a common term, please always activate the common term first. Okay, so for grouping, right, for set 1, you must know this. Let me show you my method. All right, I like to use my method in this. So the very first thing is to look at the first pair of information, the first pair here. This first pair of information must have something in common. And the something in common, right, must be an alphabet. Look at down here. We have A, P. And down here we have B, Q. Are there any alphabet that is similar, that is common? Don't have, right? If don't have, you have to do something called rearranging. So this first pair, I cannot use. I cannot use the first pair. I cannot use it. All right, why? Because the alphabet AP and BQ, there's nothing in common. I don't like it. I cannot use it. So how? I have to do something called rearranging. All right, so I purposely bring down my 6AP and I look down here, plus 9AQ, got the common A, right? Happy. I purposely bring my plus 9AQ beside it. I can rearrange. This is called rearranging. Remember the plus sign belongs to 9AQ, so you bring them togetherly. Huh? Togetherly? Next, plus 12BQ, you put it behind. Plus 12BQ, you put it behind. Once again, the plus belongs to 12, so you bring it along. Here, plus 8BQ, you just let it follow. Can you see? Why do I do this? This is so that I have the what? I have A and A being common, the alphabet is common, not the number. The number is not as important as the alphabet using my method. Okay, so at this moment, what do? I have to take out the common term. I have to focus on my first pair of information here. This is my first pair. All right. So this is my first information, right? I look 6 and 9, what is common? 6 and 9 belong to the 3 timetable, correct? So you take out the common 3. AP and AQ, what is common? A lah, all right, A. So you take out the common term and you open a bracket. You open a bracket for the remainder. All right, who is the remainder? The remainder, you see, 6AP, you take out 3A. 6, you take out 3, left with a 2. AP, you take out A, left with a P. The plus is still there, put it back. The 9, you take out 3, left with a 3. AQ, you take out A, left with a Q. All right, I'm doing it very slowly for now. So later the question, I'll do it a little bit faster already. So bear with me for those who know what is happening, okay? Okay, at this moment, right, do you see that this 2P plus 3Q? Do you see this 2P plus 3Q? I want you to copy. Trust me, it works, one. You leave a space and you copy. Trust me. All right, 2P plus 3Q. All right, just copy to your right-hand side. Don't have to look at the child BQ plus ABQ. Don't care. Just copy. Trust me, it works, one. All right, so this portion, you just copy. Okay, then what you do? At this moment, right, then you go and look at this second pair here, this portion here. Don't care about the plus or minus sign. Don't care. Don't care about the sign. Look at the numbers. 12 and 8, what is common? 12 and 8, common is 4. 4 timetable. 4, 8, 12. Can it be 2 timetable? 2, 4, it can. 2 also can. But you always take the bigger number. All right, the bigger common. All right, which is what? 4 timetable. 4, 8, 12, 16. Right? So 4 is the common. I put a 4 in the center. Look at the alphabet. B, Q, and B. B, Q, and BQ. I think down here got a bit of error. I think it's down here. Wait. So anyway, B and B, right? What's common? B and B is common first. All right. I think there's a little error down here. So this is supposed to be 8BP. All right. Okay, can you please change this for me? All right. I don't think you have this inside your worksheet also. So this is actually 8BP. All right. I think I typo wrongly. That time I was too excited. All right. So this is 8BP. Okay. I'm so sorry about it. Can you please change this one? All right, to 8BP, please. All right, so 12 and 8, you take out 4. BQ and BP, you take out B. And the center, just trust me, just put a minus sign first. Always put a minus sign. Always. All right, then you have to do a check for me. This minus belongs to 4B. So minus 4B times 2P. Minus 4B times 2P is a minus 8BP. But down here is a plus one. So something is wrong, right? Yes, something is wrong. Change the minus to a plus by adding 1 stroke down. It's easier to change a minus to a plus because all you got to do is to add in 1 stroke. Can you see it? So you always have the minus sign there. All right. So if it's not minus, it's plus lah. It's always the opposite. So you follow these steps, nothing will go wrong. All right. This is maybe your first time hearing this. All right. Because again, this is my way of doing. All right, I'm just showing you so that in future you can do such question with ease. Just follow the step. Trust me on this. So always put a minus sign. If it's not a minus sign, put a stroke down. Becomes a plus. So now you check again. Plus 4B times 2P is a 8BP. Correct. Check again. Plus 4B times plus 3Q is a plus 12BQ. Correct. So everything balance up again. Can you see or not? If it balance up, you can continue. Yes. All right, it works 90% of the time. I told you just now already. So now your this 2p plus 3q, right? Your 2p plus 3q here, how come it's the same? Because you copy just now, right? So now you just got to copy one more set, 2p plus 3q, copy down one more set, and the remainder items, put in another bracket, 3a plus 4b. The remainder item, just put it in the other bracket. All right, and that's your answer. All right, this is your sec 1 work, factorization by grouping. Must know, must know. And if you follow these few steps, nothing will go wrong 90% of the time. All right, the remaining 10% is your teacher trying to put many things together to confuse you. All right, so get your 90% correct first, then you can go and challenge yourself with those 10%. Okay? All right, so now with more practice, right, on the next few questions will be your exercise really. Let's take a look at your exercise. All right, for this one, simplification of fraction. This one is simple. All right, you just got to cancel. All right, so at this moment, right, how do you cancel? Okay, first of all, you must ask yourself, what does 15a means? 15a means that 15 times a. Do you know that? I hope so. 20a squared, what does 20a squared means? 20a squared actually means 20 times a times another a. Can you see or not? That is called 20a squared. And remember, when you cancel, right, when to cancel? All right, very important, when to cancel. All right, you must make sure that the terms are separated by multiplication. All right, multiplication is in between terms. Multiplication between terms. All right, this is a very important it's a very important clue. Multiplication between terms. All right, means that what, in between the numbers, right, like 15a, there must be a multiplication involved. 20a must be a multiplication involved. A squared means a times a. So they are separated by multiplication. They are separated by the times. Then you can cancel. So down here, what do you have? I have 15 and 20, number and number, divide by 5, divide by 5. So you have a 3 here and you have a 4 here. A and A, they are the same thing. You can cancel. So your final answer is 3 is still on top. A is, no more A. All right, 3 is still on top. No more A. Below is a 4 and there's still an A down there. And this is your answer. All right, so it's 3 over 4A. Can you see? And that is simplified already. That is what your teacher wants. But remember, when you cancel, right, they must be what? Multiplication between terms. This one you must know. All right, more examples. Let's take a look. All right, so down here we have 38b cubed. 38b cubed is what? All right, some of you say, H, can I do it faster? Can. Then you don't have to write out what 38 times b times b times b. Ayo, so long. Then 10 times b times b. Ayo, so long. Right? You want to do faster, you can, but you must know what is happening before you can do that. So 38 and 10, what can you do? Can you cancel? Can. 38 and 10, they are part of the 2 time table. Can divide by 2. So divide by 2, divide by 2. 38 divided by 2 will give you a 19. 10 divided by 2 will give you a 5. On top got 1b, below cross out 1b. On top got 1b, below cross out 1b. So you're left with 19b over 5. This is your answer. Can? That is your answer. All right. Cher, can I write this 19 over b as another way? You can write it as like that. 19 over 5. Then the b, you put it in the center. Do you know you can do that? So they are actually different ways of presenting it. All right. They actually means the same thing. So when the alphabet, right, let's say b, right, is in the center, right, it actually means what? Right. For instance, I have 2b like that, right? What does it mean? It actually means 2 times b. Do you know that? All right. Because in the center, nothing is a times what? So 19 over 5b means what? It's actually a 19 over 5 times b. It's actually a 19 over 5 times b. And this b can be written as what? This b can be written as b over 1. Do you know that? All right, it's just like a 7 whole, 7 over 1. And how do you multiply fraction? You multiply fraction top times top, bottom times bottom. 19 times b is 19b. 5 times 1 is 5. Isn't it the same as this one? Yes. So you must be a little bit flexible in terms of your presentation of your answer. Can you write it as 19 over 5b? Yes. Can you write it as 19b over 5? Yes. Do they mean the same thing? Yes. Can I write this in something else? I don't like improper fraction. I like it as mixed number. 5, 10, 15. 3 whole, 4 over 5b. Can or not? Can. Also can. So you need to be flexible because sometimes you cannot see. That's why you say that, hey, how come it's like that? But actually they mean the same thing. Can you see or not? Yes, can we write? Yes, Jethro. Yes, you can write as a mixed number. All right. So before you think about it, I thought of it already. All right. Because all these are, how to say, experience that many students ask the same thing, which you are asking the right question. Very good. All right. So keep asking such questions, right? So that you can better understand what is happening. So for the mixed number, can we put it as 3? 4b over 5. No. It's 3 whole, 4 over 5. This is this portion, right? This portion is for 19 over 5. Then your b, write it in the center. Right? Your b, just write it in the center like that. So that is your presentation. You cannot write as 3, 4b over 5. Cannot. All right? You cannot write it as 3, 4b over 5 like that. Nope. This is totally wrong. All right? Don't write it like that. Okay? Okay. All right? It looks ugly. All right? So there's various way of writing. All right? There's various way of writing. You can write it in these 3 ways. All right? Don't write it as 3, 4b over 5. It's very ugly. All right? It's like not here, not there like that. Oh? All right? So here, what do you have? Can we do the faster method? All right, if you want to do the faster method, sure, 6a squared b. So in your mind, you must know what is the meaning of a squared. It means a times a. So down here is 18, a, b squared. Why do I write so big? Scared that you cannot see. All right, so I'm now going to cancel. What I do is always number by number, alphabet by alphabet. 6 and 18, they belong to the 6 timetable. Divide by 6, divide by 6. Here, 6 divided by 6 is a 1. 18 divided by 6 is a 3. A squared and A can divide alphabet by alphabet. A and A squared. Cannot? Can. So you cancel 1A, you cancel 1A. All right, because A squared means A times A, right? So you cancel the 2, it means that you are left with 1A. B and B squared, you cancel 1B, you cancel the squared down there. Because the squared means B times B. So you cancel the squared means that there's only 1B remaining here, and there's 1A remaining here. So your answer will be what? Your answer will be 1A over 3B. Ta-da! Then you'll be asking me again. You'll be asking me, Che, don't write the 1 not? Don't write lah. This is the answer. All right, this is the answer. Is that okay? All right. So what's next? Okay, question 2. Simplification of fraction involving factorization. Here comes your stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, and stage 4. Ready? So the very first stage, right, you have to do is what? I say already. Must check if there's a common term to take out. So you have 3 and 6. 3 and 6 got common term? Got lah. 3 lah. 3 timetable lah. 3, 6, 9, 12, right? 3, right? So you take out the 3. A square and A. Is there a common term? Got lah. A lah. So you take out 3A. So you open your bracket. What is left? 3A squared, you take out 3 and 1A. You're left with another A. The minus sign is still there. Put it back. Put it back. 6A. You take out the 3. You're left with a 2. The A, you take out, no more A. Can you see? So 3A, A minus 2 will be your 3A squared minus 6A. Sometimes if you don't know, you say, I'm not sure. You can do a check actually. So what you do? You expand again. You take 3A times A, it will give you a 3A squared. You take 3A times negative 2, it will give you a negative 6A. Correct or not? Correct. So it means that you are on the right track. Right? It means that you are on the right track. Nothing wrong with that. And this whole thing over what? 9 and 18 got common or not? Got. 9 and 18 is part of the 9 timetable. Take out the maximum. Don't take out 3 only. Take out the maximum. 9 and 18 is part of the 9 timetable. So if you take out 9, what is you left? All right. So 9A, you take out 9 left with a A. The minus is still there. 18, right, is actually 2 times 9. You take out the 9 left with a 2. Hey, what do you see? What do you see? All right. You see something, right? Aren't you excited? All right. Can you see that A minus 2 and A minus 2 is the same? And very importantly, they are separated by what? Multiplication. I did say before. In between terms, they are separated by multiplication. Then you can cancel. So this and this, same, then you can cancel. All right. So between the A and the A minus 2 is a multiplication. Between the 9 and the A minus 2 is a multiplication. Then you can cancel. Remember, that's the first rule, right? There's another rule, actually. Second rule for when to cancel. So rule number 1 is between terms must be what? Between terms, there must be a multiplication. Number 2, Always factorize before cancel. Always factorize before you cancel. These are the two rules that you can follow before cancel. All right, very, very useful one, trust me. All right, so did I factorize? Yes, I did. And are they separated by multiplication? Yes, they are. Can you cancel? Go ahead. So 3 and 9, can you cancel? They are part of the 3 timetable. And between 3 and A is a what? It's a times, no problem. 3 and 9, yes, 3 timetable, divide by 3, divide by 3. So what you're left with? You're left with an A on top over a 3 below. And that's your answer. Is that all? Yes, that is all. All right. Hey, Butcher, can I write it in the different manner? In front of the A is a 1, right? Oh, okay, you can present like that, but it's ugly lah. But can I also write it as like 1 over 3? Then the A in the center? Can. It means the same thing. All right. So 1 over 3A means what? Again, in the center here is a times what? So A is like A over 1 what? So top times top is like 1A. Bottom times bottom is like 3. So are they the same thing? They are the same thing. So you can present that. Can? Okay, you can do that. All right. So A over 3 is the best answer, I think. Or if you want, you can write 1 over 3A. All right. But I'm afraid that some of you might make the careless mistake. All right. That's why sometimes, right, for this type of question, just leave it as this will do. Don't try to be a bit more creative and all this. Eventually, instead of getting the marks, you got minus marks. Then it's not worth it, right? Right? All right. So you want to secure the marks, you have to secure as fast as possible. Next one, take a look at this. Question 2B. What do you see? B squared minus 4. B squared is a perfect square. Means can split into B and B one. 4 is a perfect square. Can be split into 2 and 2. And they are separated by a minus. What do you do? Factorization by split. 2 items, right? Got 2 items, right? So you open 2 brackets. This is very simple. Actually, the sec 1 can learn this also. B squared, how do you split? B and B. 4, how do you split? 2 and 2. 1 plus 1 minus. The whole thing over? Oh no, this is a troublemaker. If I put 1 in front of the exam, will they penalize me? Okay, good question. All right, this 1 down here, is it? It depends on your teacher. I think your teacher will be a little bit irritated with the 1. So they will not penalize you, but they will circle. They will just use their red color pen and circle. All right, they will just circle like that. Because they don't like it. All right, so they will not minus your marks. I don't think they should minus your mark. All right, it's not a big mistake. It's not a crisis. All right, so they shouldn't minus your mark. But if you want, give your teacher what they want. And what they want is like this, A over 3 lor. Can? So don't put the 1 lah. Huh? All right, so down here. Hey, how many items? 3 items. B squared minus 3B and 2. Okay, use the, the format. Okay, I'm going to use my cross factorization. I don't care because I'm very good at that. All right, so I'm going to use my cross factorization. If you want to learn this method, I think it's easier. Okay, so once again, the B squared put down here. The minus 3B put behind. The plus 2 put down here. So all these are fixed. These are fixed. The square always put in front. The one with the B put behind. The one with the number put in the center is fixed. So you have to ask yourself, what times what is a B square? So the only possibility, B times B. All right, what times what is a 2? What times what is a 2? The only possibility, 1 times 2. Don't care about the plus 2 first. So remember the first 2 columns, you must do a multiplication. Now you have to do a crisscross. Do a crisscross with me. Let's go. B times 2 is a 2B. B times 1 is a 1B. The last column is not a times, Celestia. All right, the last column is not a times, it's a plus or minus. So how do you get a minus 3B? I need to be creative a bit. I need to minus 1B, minus 2B. Minus 1, minus 2. Does it give you minus 3B? Yes, it does. So for the last column, you have to play with your plus and minus. All right, minus 1B, minus 2B is minus 3B. And this minus you have to bring it to the front. This minus you have to bring it to the front and do a final check. The red color final check, this portion is very important. This step, many students never do one. But you must do. So minus 1 times minus 2. What is it? Minus 1 times minus 2 is a positive 2. Yes, balance. Balance means okay. All right, balance means everything is correct. Good job. All right, now you read from left to right, left to right. So you have B minus 1 here, and you have B minus 2 here. Can you see? Aren't you excited again? Why are you excited? In between terms, are they multiplication? Yes. In between B plus 2 and B minus 2 is a multiplication. Between B minus 1 and B minus 2, is it a multiplication? Yes, it's a multiplication. So in between them are multiplication. Good job. And you did factorize before you cancel. How do you cancel? Exactly the same, you can cancel. So your answer is B plus 2, B minus 1. Is that your answer? Yes. Hey, Cher, the B and the B can cancel. This B and B can cancel. Yes. Really? You must cancel for a reason. You cannot say everything can cancel. Okay, how about this? 43 over 34. Can cancel or not? Okay, the 3 and the 3 cancel. The 4 and the 4 cancel. So answer is what? Answer is 1. Really? So don't cancel if there's no reason. You cannot anyhow cancel one. This is wrong. And what did I tell you? In between the terms, right? Let's say B and 2. These are two different terms. Are they separated by times? No. Then how can you cancel? Remember the two rules? They must be separated by a multiplication and you must factorize before cancelling, right? So the B plus 2, they are not separated by times, right? So you cannot cancel. Right? So you cannot cancel. Please don't do foolish things. Many of you just want to cancel for fun, but you must cancel for a reason. Answer is B plus 2 over B minus 1. This is the final answer. Leave it. It's perfect. It's great. Leave it. Understand or not? Okay? Let's go on to question 2C. Let's go. Hey, what do you see? 4 items. Excited or not? Yes, yes. And when you look at the 4 items, right? Look at the first pair first. Anything in common? The alphabet? Alphabet? Yes, got B. The B is common. The alphabet is in common. I will take that. So B and B, I'll take the B out. What is left? All right, the leftover is 2A. There's a plus down there. 3BC, you take out B left with 3C. Can you see or not? And what do you do? Trust me, what do? You copy and paste the 2A plus 3C. Just copy and paste. Trust me on this. All right, just leave a bit of blank and you just copy and paste. Now, you don't care about the plus and minus sign. Don't care about all these minus. Don't care. Look at the 10AP and the 15CP. What is common? 10 and 15 common is 5. AP and CP, what is common? P. So you put down here. In the center, always put a minus. Trust me. At this moment, you do a check. If it is correct, go ahead. If it is wrong, just put one more stroke down to become a plus. You do the check. Minus 5P times 2Q. Minus 5 times 2 minus 10AP. Is it true? Down here is minus 10AP. Correct. Check again. Minus 5P times positive 3C. Minus times plus is a minus 15PC. Correct or not? Minus 15PC. Correct. All right. Would you go back to B? I have not finished copying. Okay, wait. Give me a moment. Let me finish this one first, Celestian. All right. So down here, right, you have done that already, and they balance. So the minus holds. All right, the minus is correct. So what you do now? This whole thing over what? The bottom, what can I do? 4 and 16 got common term. Take out the common 4. Good. A squared and A, C. Take out the common A. So what is left? You're left with A plus A. Sure, how can you take out 4? Yeah, silly me. Down here is a 6 and a 4. How can I take out 4? So how? Don't panic. Reverse the step a bit. Think of it as 4 and 6 again. What is the common? Is it a 2 timetable? 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay lah, 2 lah, not bad. So let's take 2 lah. Okay? All right, so all this must erase out. When you erase, my advice to you, erase the whole thing. Because sometimes you erase a little bit, then you never erase the back portion. Then you forget to readjust the back portion. Then what happened? Mistakes again. So when you erase everything. Then you redo again. That's my best method. All right. So 4 and 6, you take out 2. A squared and AC, you take out A. What is left? So 4, you take out 2, left with a 2. A squared, you take out A, left with a A. 6, you take out 2, left with a 3. All right. And 6A, you take out A, left with a C. Can you see something? Got common thing again, right? Okay, now let's go back to the top portion. The top portion. How come this one and this one is the same? You copy just now. Now you just copy one more set. This is called taking out the common term also, just to let you know. Because they are the same, you take out the common term. And what is left? B minus 5P is left. And the bottom, you don't touch it, is 2A plus 3C. And guess what? Guess what? Are they separated by multiplication? Yes, they are. Have you factorized them? Yes, you did. 2A plus 3C, 2A plus 3C, the same, you cancel. And what is left on top? On top is left with B minus 5P over 2A. And this is your answer. All right, stop there. Don't do any foolish things already. Don't do any cancelling anymore. Because B minus 5P is separated by a minus. It's not a times. All right. So how? Nothing in common also. What? So you leave this as your answer. Can? All right, Celestian, please copy this also. One way of doing the faster way is to take a picture. All right, take a picture. After you finish this, I'm going to part B for you to copy also. Can I go to part B now? Celestian? Celesti? Okay, so this is for part B. Okay, the faster way is to just quickly take a picture of it. Sorry. Yep. Okay. Okay, let's go on to question 3. Okay, there's a lot. Okay, I'm done. Good. So there's a lot to be done today. It's all on factorization. If you can see the pattern, right, you learn by the pattern. I tell you, it's going to be very, very helpful to you. Again, what do you see? 4 items on top. What? Grouping. Okay, let's go. The first rule. Must make sure of the first pair must have the same item. All right, same alphabet. What is the same alphabet? P. P is the same. Don't have to do any rearranging. So if P is common, let's take out P. What is left? 2x plus 5y. All right. What you do? Copy and paste. Don't ask so many questions. Trust me. 2x plus 5y. Trust me. Now you look at the back portion. What is common? 4 and 10. Common is a 2 timetable. Yes, put a 2 down there. X, Q, and QY. What is common? Q. Put a Q down here. In the center, always put a minus sign. All right. Put a minus sign first. It's easier to change the minus at one stroke becomes a plus one. Now you do a check. Minus 2q times 2x minus 4qx minus 4xq. Same, correct. Minus 2q times positive 5y minus 10qy minus 10qy, correct. So it balances off nicely. Don't have to change to plus sign. Can you see? And now this whole thing will be over what? Over what? Oh no. What do you see at the bottom? 2 items. P squared is a perfect square. 4 is a perfect square. Q squared is a perfect square. Separated by a minus. Open 2 bracket. Open 2 bracket. P squared, how do you split it? P and P. 4, how do you split it? 2 and 2. Q squared, how do you split it? Q and Q. 1 plus and 1 minus. Can you see or not? It works. Trust me, it works. All right, but you must know the condition. You must know the pattern behind it. So next one, not over yet. The top, the numerator. 2x plus 5y. How come the same? Because you copy, right? So now you copy one set. All right, this is called taking out the common term also. 2x plus 5y is the common term. What is the remainder? P minus 2q is like the remainder. The bottom is still P plus 2q and P minus 2q. You cannot do anything. Leave it. It's okay. All right, it's okay to rewrite a few times. It's okay one. And guess what? Are they separated by multiplication? Yes, they are. Have you factorized them? Yes, you did. P minus 2q and P minus 2q, are they the same? Yes, they are. Cancel lah. And your final answer is 2x plus 5y over P plus 2q. This is your answer. Can you see? All right. So can you see that my steps are always the same one? A systematic approach always works. So you work it in a system, step by step. Nothing will go wrong. Can? All right. All right. So now let's move on to the next part of the question. Can? Quickly take a picture or something like that. Okay. Okay, here. What do you do again? A lot of factorization. I know. Just trying to make sure that you can fully understand. X squared minus 4y squared. X squared is a perfect square. 4 is a perfect square. Y squared is a perfect square. Separated by minus 2 items, activate your split. So on top, you just open 2 bracket already. All right, this one don't have to learn in Sec 2. Sec 1 also can learn split. So x squared how to split? X and x. 4 how to split? 2 and 2. Y squared how to split? Y and y. 1 plus and 1 minus. Sure, can I put a minus then put a plus? Okay, you happy. The same thing. All right, you can put the x minus 2y in front. You can put the x plus 2y behind. It's the same thing. Don't worry about it. Hey, the bottom. Oh no. What do you see at the bottom? This bottom, right? Headache. How? Don't know what to do. Don't panic. How many items? 3 items. 3 items can activate what? Cross factorization. Huh? Can man? It looks different, but you have to try no matter what. So let's try. All right. So 3 items you can activate this one. Don't just say don't know or cannot. Try. So your x squared, right? The first one always put in front. Your plus 6xy, right? That one, remember the center one, we always put it at the back. And the plus 8y squared, we put it in the center like that. Remember not? All right, it's always in this position. So now you have to try to balance and try to juggle. All right, let's try to juggle. So what times what is an x squared? The only possibility is x times x. So this one cannot be wrong one. Next one, what times what will give you a 8y squared? All right, what times what will give you a 8y squared? So maybe I can say 4y. All right, 4y times 2y. All right, because 4 times 2 is a 8, what? Y times y is a y squared. All right, so probably it's 4 and 2. All right, now I need to crisscross. X times 2y will give you a 2xy. X times 4y will give you a 4xy. And the last column is only plus and minus. So how do you get a positive 6? You need a plus 4 plus 2. Plus 4 plus 2 will give you a plus 6. Correct or not? Correct. So the plus you bring to the front. All right. The plus you bring to the front. And please do a final check. This one is very important. See whether they balance or not, this portion. All right. Positive 4y times positive 2y. Is it a positive 8y squared? Yes, means you are correct. All right. Every part must be correct before you can present your answer from left to right and left to right. So here you can present an x plus 4y and also another one, x plus 2y. Can you see? All right. So at this moment, what is happening? Is it true that they are separated by multiplication? Yes. Have you factorized them? Yes. Are they the same? X plus 2y and x plus 2y, they are the same. One on top, one below, you can cancel already. So what's the final answer? All right, final answer will be a x minus 2y on top and a x plus 4y. Please do not cancel anymore. Stop there. You cannot say x and x cancel, y and y cancel. Cannot. All right, you remember have to factorize before cancelling. There's nothing else to factorize really. All right, and they are not separated by times. They are separated by a minus and a plus here. Can you see not? So you cannot anyhow cancel already. All right, so down here is still a minus and down here is a plus. Can you see that? Okay? Yep. So you must know the rules of when to cancel. Huh? Okay, let's move on to part C, question 3C. There's 5 questions to this. Yes, there's a lot of factorization. I want you to know this very well. Huh? All right, so moving on. Okay, so part C again, what do you see? Yes, it's the same thing. It's the same kind of question. Okay, so every time you see this, you must know how to do. All right, now you know already. How? Perfect square, separated by minus, activate your split. 25 is 5. A square is AA. 4 is 2. B square is BB. 1 plus 1 minus. Can you see or not? And you can see that my speed is becoming faster already. How come? Because you're supposed to know what's happening. And this is how it works for math. Once you can get the hang of it, the ability to do faster is there. And one look, 3 items, activate or cross. Don't have to think so much already. Just execute. 4b squared down here. Minus 20ab put down here. Plus 25a squared put down here. What and what give you 4b squared? 2b times 2b. Let me try this out first. See whether it works or not. 2b times 2b. Down here must be a times. 25. Maybe 5a times 5a. Let me try this out. Because 5 times 5 is a 25. A times a is a squared. Crisscross. 2b times 5a, 10ab. 2b times 5a, 10ab. What do I need? I need a minus 20ab. I need a minus 20ab. So here I need to minus 10 and a minus 10. Minus 10ab minus 10ab, is it minus 20ab? Correct. The minus bring to the left. The minus bring towards the left. Do a final check. Minus 5a times minus 5a. Yes, plus 25a squared. Everything balanced, read from left to right, left to right. Can you see not? So down here it's like 2b minus 5a. And down here it's like 2b minus 5a. Oh, sure. Cannot cancel. How come? Because not the same one. You are quite right. All right. But again, can you see something or not? Right, something is very fishy. Here you have 5a minus 2b. Here you have 2b minus 5a. They are somewhat similar, right? It's just that they are not in the right position. So how? At this moment, you must learn another thing. Taking out the negative sign. Must learn to take out the negative sign. Very important. Sec 1, you learn this already. Must know. All right, those Sec 1 students, please learn to take out the negative sign. How? So, for instance, right, 2b minus 5a. What I personally do is I purposely just swap the position. I don't care. I just say 5a minus 2b. But sure, not fair. You are right. You are right. It's not fair. So how? You have to put a bracket. You cannot just swap the position. After you swap the position, put a bracket and put a minus sign in front. They balance up. This one is equal to this one. Don't believe? Let's do a check. Minus times 5a will give you a minus 5a. Minus times minus 2b will give you a plus 2b. Correct or not? Correct. So the top and the bottom balance means okay, what? So just remember for me, swap their position, put a minus sign outside, and make sure you have a bracket down there. All right. So I purposely swap the position, take out the minus sign, so that I can cancel. So what is happening down here is, down here I have 5a plus 2b, 5a minus 2b on top. All right. And this portion here is 2b minus 5a, right? All right. Then this 2b minus 5a portion, what do I do? All right. Or maybe I just take out the front part. All right. I take out this one. All right. I take out the minus. And I put it as 5a minus 2b. All right. And the behind portion, right? This behind portion, this red color portion, right, is still here. Is still here. So I just copy 2b minus 5a. Can you see not? I'm just taking out the 2b minus 5a, one of it only. From here, from the green color box to the green color box. Here to here. Can you see? All right, this is called taking out the negative sign. Very, very useful. Sec 1, Sec 2 must know. And can you see something? Are they separated by multiplication already? Yes, they are. Down here also, the minus and the bracket, they are separated by multiplication also. All right, so what do you see? 5a minus 2b and 5a minus 2b. Can cancel? Go ahead, cancel. And what is left on top? On top is left with 5a plus 2b over the minus is still there. Put it back. The minus is still here. And the 2b minus 5a in red is still there. The 2b minus 5a is still in red, is over there. Can you see? All right, why not do it both ways? I didn't want to. I didn't want to, but you can, but I didn't want to. You have a choice because I need to cancel one of them only one. All right. So down here at the bottom, right? At the bottom, this minus belongs to a 1 actually. So I can actually multiply back in. All right, I can multiply back in. So I present my answer as 5a plus 2b on top, never change. Over what? Minus 1 times 2b is a minus 2b. Minus 1 times minus 5a is a positive 5a. So my answer is like that. Can you see now? Nice or not? Not bad, right? All right. So I can still multiply the minus 1 into the second, the red color, 2b minus 5a. And my presentation is a, b, a, b. It looks nicer. Okay? All right. So this is how I will present my answer. All right. But must understand how to take out your negative sign. All right. That's why we have to practice a little bit more at question 4. All right. Let's practice a little bit more. If you cannot understand this, it's perfectly okay. Don't worry. Let's look at question 4. All right. So for those who are still copying, copy faster, please. Can? Let's go on to question 4 right now. Okay, so down here, what do you see? Okay, I see the bottom down here. Very irritating. I like the alphabet to be in front followed by the number. So 9 minus a squared, right? I purposely do what? Swap the position. But sure, cannot like that, not fair. What must you do? Put a bracket, put a minus sign. Can already. Just swap the position, put a minus sign in front. All right, with the bracket down there. Don't believe? Minus times a squared, minus a squared. Minus times minus 9, plus 9. Nothing wrong. This is called taking out the negative sign. So on top, on top is a 3 item. Activate your cross method. Don't think so much. Just do it. Minus 5a is here. Minus 3 is here. What times what is a 2a squared? 2a times a 1a is a 2a squared. What times what is a 3? 1 times 3 lah. All right. So maybe I put a 3 on top and the 1 below. Can? 1 times 3 or 3 times 1 what? Crisscross. 2a times 1, 2a. A times 3, 3a. In order to get a minus 5a, minus 2a minus 3a. Minus 3 minus 2 is a minus 5. Correct. Bring the minus in front. Bring the minus in front. Then, please do your final check. What's the final check? Minus 3 times minus 1. Is it a minus 3? Minus 3 times minus 1 is a plus 3. Hey, wrong. Wrong means everything wrong. Means everything wrong. Don't say that a bit wrong is still okay. No. One wrong, all wrong. So how? Redo again. Yes. Redo again. So you open up another working like that. Okay. Then your 2a squared still put down here. All right. Your minus 5a still put down here. Your minus 3 still put down here. All right. So what times what is the 2a squared? Same thing. 2a times 1a. This one, no choice. All right. 1 times 2 is a 2. A times a is a squared. This one got no choice. But instead of putting the 3 and the 1 like that, you swap position. Put the 1 on top, put the 3. Crisscross now. 2a times 3, 6a. 1a times a, 1a. In order to give you a negative 5, in order for a negative 5, what must you do? I need a minus 6 plus 1. Minus 6 plus 1 is a minus 5. Bring the minus to the left, bring the plus to the left. Do your final check. Positive 1 times negative 3. Is it negative 3? Yes. Then you can read from left to right, left to right. Can you see or not? There's a difference. Everything must balance. If not, you cannot just say, one wrong, it's okay. No. One wrong, everything will be wrong. So on top, you can present as 2a plus 1. You can also have the a minus 3 here. And the bottom, right, the denominator, you take out the negative sign, you have a minus here, a squared minus 9. Do you see something? Do you see something? The a squared minus 9, very, very familiar. Yeah. So the 2a plus 1 on top, don't touch it. A minus 3 on top, don't touch it. The minus sign, don't touch it. A squared minus 9, perfect square. 9, perfect square, separated by a minus, open up 2 bracket. A squared is a and a a. 9 is 3 and a 3. 1 plus, 1 minus. What do you see? Are they separated by multiplication? Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Can cancel? If they are exactly the same, you can cancel. So your final answer is what? Your final answer is 2a plus 1 over minus a plus 3. This is your answer. Teacher, can I present it like that? Can I put the minus in the center? Yes. 2a plus 1 like that. And a plus 3 like that. Yes, you can. You can. All right. But the minus must be in the center, near the divide line. Right? Near the divide line. All right. You cannot put it up or down. You can put it like that. If you want to give it to the bottom, right, you must put a bracket and put as a bottom. Or if you want to give it to the top, can. So you put it as a minus on top. But please, you have to bracket this portion. 2a plus 1 is together one, like that. So your presentation must be very clear. Can you see or not? There's an important part of the what? There's an important part of the bracket here. Oops. All right, this is okay also. All right, so your minus, right, can only be for somebody. It's not for everybody. Because for example, I write as this. I write as minus 1 over 3. Do you know that minus 1 over 3, the minus in the center, this can actually means minus 1 divided by 3. This can also means 1 divided by minus 3. Do you know they are the same thing? You don't believe, you press your calculator. You press minus 1 over 3. Is it the same as minus 1 divided by 3? Is it the same as 1 divided by minus 3? They are the same. They are the same. Can we have a 1 minute break? No. Hey, come on, I'm the one talking, you know. I should be having the 1 minute break, not you. All right. All right. So if you're tired, actually, you can just rest for a while. All right. Then the final answer, you just take a picture. Okay. Because the rest of the question is more or less the same. Can? All right. But I cannot break because, you know, yeah, because there are other students down here. So I need to be fair to everybody. Can? All right. So in terms of presentation, you have to be able to present correctly. Can? All right. Let's move on. Okay. If you need to take a picture, just take a picture. All right. Then if you want a break, maybe for this question, you go for a break. At the end of the 1 minute, you quickly come back, take a picture of the final working. All right. If you miss out this, it's okay. You let me know. I will go back for you. Don't worry. To take a picture lah. All right. For the rest of you, continue. So down here, what do you see? Hey, 2 and 18, they are what? Common 2. All right. So you take out the common 2. And what is left? You are left with a b squared minus 9. Hey, I see something. B squared minus 9 can what? Can split again. Yeah, okay. Don't get too excited. Okay, wait. The bottom, 24 minus 8b. 24 minus 8b. Can I have the 8b in front, please? Can I have the 8b in front, please? Can, right? How? Now I know already. I know how to take out the negative sign. Swap the position. 8b minus 24. Just swap the position. And you purposely put a minus down there. It works. All right. So the bottom is minus, open bracket, 8b minus 24. Okay, I need to factorize some more. Let's go. So the top portion, the numerator, I need to activate 2 brackets. How come? Split. B squared is b and b. 9 is 3 and 3. 1 plus, 1 minus. The whole thing over. The minus is still down there. Okay, now, inside the bracket, 8b minus 24. 8 and 24. Got common or not? Yes. Common what? Common 8. Take out the maximum. Don't say 4. Don't say 2. Say 8. How come? Because 8, 16, 24 is part of the 8 timetable. So you take out the common 8. What is left inside the bracket? It's left with b minus 3. Can you see it? And guess what? Everything is surrounded by multiplication again. Down here is a multiplication, 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 and multiplication. b minus 3 and b minus 3, same. You can cancel. And your final answer will be 2b plus 3 over negative 8. Sure, the 2 and the 8 can cancel. Yes, because now here's the times, right? So 2 and 8 can cancel, becomes what? Reduce to the simplest term, 1 and a 4. So you can write your answer as b plus 3. Right, on top only left with b plus 3 over what? Negative 4. All right, you can also write it as what? Minus in the center, b plus 3 over 4. Or you can write your answer as minus bracket b plus 3 over 4. They mean the same thing. All right, but I will prefer, because for you, Sec 1, Sec 2, right, I don't want you to make more careless mistake really. So just leave it as this answer will do. All right, your teacher will mark it correct one. Just leave it. All right, so I'm just showing you different variations of how it might look like. Can? All right. You can even say that you can be presented like that also. Minus 1 over 4. All right, let me write on top. Right, it can be even presented as this. All right, minus 1 over 4. Then the b plus 3 in the center like that. Also can. Can you see now? So it's ultimately different way of presentation. B plus 3 is like over 1. Right? It's like over 1. So it's like top times top, bottom times bottom. It is still the same. Can you see? So just don't stress yourself too much. Just present this as your answer. Will do. All right. All right. So I hope that you are back from your 1 minute break. Are you back? Okay. Take a picture if you need to. Let's continue. 4C. Oh, 3 items. Cross method. Cross factorization. C squared put down here. Minus 5c put down here, minus 6 put down here. C times c is a c squared. All right, c times c is a c squared. Next, 6, can I use 3 and 2? Maybe I want to use 6 and 1 now. 6 and 1. Kiss cross. C times 1, 1c. C times 6, 6c. In order to get a negative 5c, I need a minus 6 plus 1. Minus 6 plus 1 is a negative 5. All right, it's not a times, it's working downwards with your plus and minus. So minus 6 plus 1 is a minus 5. The minus you bring to the left, the plus you bring to the left. You check your final step down here. All right, minus 6 times plus 1. Is it a minus 6? Yes, it's correct. Read from left to right. Read from left to right. And therefore, you will have C minus 6, C plus 1. E. Below is 36 minus C squared. Can I have the C in front, please? I purposely swap the position. C squared minus 36. I give it a bracket, and I purposely put a minus sign outside. Yes, that's how you take out the negative sign. So this whole thing will be over minus C squared minus 36. Okay? C squared minus 36. Perfect square separated by a minus sign again. Yes, I can use split. So on top is C minus 6, C plus 1. Below, the minus sign is still there. Open two bracket. C squared is C and C. So 36 is 6 and 6. 1 plus 1 minus. What you do? Can cancel, you cancel. How come? Because they are separated by multiplication. You can go ahead. C minus 6 and C minus 6 the same. So your final presentation of answer will be C plus 1 over minus C plus 6. Keep your bracket on. Or you can write the minus in the center. C plus 1 a bit further away. C plus 6 a little bit further like that. Also can. All right, so must know the different variation. They actually means the same thing. So don't stress over it. All right, don't stress. That is question 4. All right, it's all about factorization today. All right, if you can understand, right, and if you can execute those steps, right, my systematic steps, right, nothing will go wrong in your exam. Can? But you have to be very clear. Cannot say that one small mistake is okay. No, it's not okay. All right, you have to make sure that all is perfect. All right, last question, question 5. Question 5 got 3 parts again, A, B, C. Let's do it. Let's go. X plus 5, you cannot do anything. Leave it as X plus 5. Over. Bottom. The denominator got 3 items. Let's go. Cross factorization. X squared. X times X. I can do faster already. Minus 8X down here. Plus 15 down here. 15. 3 times 5. Keys cross. 3X. X 5. To get a minus 8. Minus 5. Minus 3. Minus 8. Transfer the minus. Make sure it's correct. Minus 3 times minus 5. Positive 15. Read from left to right. Can you see or not? So once you keep practicing, right, it gets very fast. You get very strong. So keep practicing. Don't give up. So you have X minus 3 and X minus 5 here. Times what? Okay, next portion. 3 and 9. Take out the common 3. You're left with X minus 3. All right, the bottom. 5 and 25. Take out the common 5. You're left with X plus 5. What do you see? 2 fractions. But don't worry. It is what? Surrounded by multiplication. All right, this is like one set one. This is surrounded by multiplication. And down here got this big multiplication. Nothing wrong. On top and bottom, can cancel, we cancel. X plus 5 gone. X plus 5 gone. X minus 3 gone. X minus 3 gone. What is left on top? 3 is left on top. 5, X minus 5 is left below. And that's your answer. All right, cancel with confidence. If you have all the things in place, right? Like you have obeyed the rules of what? Factorize before cancelling, and they are separated by multiplication. You just cancel with confidence. All right, then you don't have to fear. When can cancel? When cannot cancel? All right, 2 more parts. Let's go. Press on. Come on, press on. Down here, 6x and 10y. Common 2. Take out the 2. You're left with 3x minus 5y. Over x squared minus 4y squared. Yes. Split. Excited. I like to split. X squared is x and x. 4 is 2 and 2. Y squared is y and y. 1 plus and 1 minus. Down here is still a times. You have x minus 2y on top. Let me just put them in bracket like that. Over what? 3x squared minus 5xy. Common term is a x. Take out the x. You're left with 3x minus 5y. Oh, very easy. This one not too difficult. And they are separated by what? They are separated by multiplication. And have you factorized them? You have factorized them. On top, below, the same thing, cancel. Let's go. 3x minus 5y. 3x minus 5y. X minus 2y. X minus 2y. What is left? 2 on top. Down here got 1x. X plus 2y. Can you see or not? And that's it. And that's it. All right. So this one shouldn't be a problem in future for you. All right. Shouldn't be a problem for you. Is it okay? All right. And the last question. Ready? All right. Last question. Sure, got this divide one. Don't worry. In primary school, when you have divide, you change it to times, you flip the backside. So let me do this. A plus B over 1 plus C. Divide change to times, you flip the backside. So 1 minus C squared becomes on top now. And A plus B square is the one below. What can you do? All right. If you can factorize, you factorize. Like 1 minus C squared. Can factorize or not? Perfect square separated by a minus. Can. Let's do it. A plus B cannot do anything, leave it. 1 plus C cannot do anything, leave it. 1 minus C, you can factorize by split. 1 and 1. C and C, 1 plus and 1 minus. All right. The bottom. What does A plus B bracket square means? It actually means a duplicate. Is A plus B and another A plus B. That's the meaning of the square here. The square means you duplicate exactly. So now what do you see? Can cancel or not? Yes. On top and below got the same thing and they are separated by multiplication. Let's cancel. A plus B, A plus B. 1 plus C, 1 plus C. So you're left with 1 minus C on top. And who is below? A plus B. And this is your answer. Woo! Total 5 questions times 3, 15 questions on factorization. Is it very important? Yes, it's very important for your Sec 1, Sec 2, and also very important for your Sec 3 and Sec 4. All right, once this factorization is strong, right, let me tell you, your Sec 3 and Sec 4 will be easier. All right, because all these are your basics algebra. Yes, they are considered basics, just to let you know. Okay, so today I've covered 4 different stages of your factorization, and that's it, really. If you can understand it, you can do it right. 90% of your school question in terms of factorization can be done. The remaining 10% is your teacher trying to make it a little bit more challenging for you. So once you stabilize this 90%, your 10%, no problem, trust me. Okay? All right, and that's it for this lesson. Okay, any one of you need me to show any question which you had missed out? If you have, you can just type inside the group chat. Anyone? No? Okay. All right. So I hope that you have, you're welcome, Jethro. No problem. All right. I hope that you can really get hold of all this. It's very, very important. It's a summary of what? All the factorization that you need. All right. So if you think that you need a revision on it, please go and review it maybe 1 or 2 days. I think it's 2 days, right? 2 working days, maybe on Saturday. All right. If you think that you want to watch this video again, it's available in our website, and I believe you know where to find it. Cool. All right. And that's it for this lesson. I hope that you learned something from here. And in the next lesson, right, can you please ask your friends, if they are interested to learn a little bit more, just ask them to join us. Right, because at this moment there's no fees that's charged for all this live lesson because of this COVID and all this. We are trying to help you get yourself updated with your school's work and all this also. So if your friends that they need help and all this, ask them to participate. All right, so no cost to them. What? Cool. All right, I will see you in the next lesson. Next lesson will be the same timing. What are we going to do? I haven't really decided yet. Maybe still on algebra, about solving, I think, right? Forming the equation to solving. I really haven't decided on it yet. All right. If you have a suggestion, you can actually message me, all right, on things that you are so dying to learn. Can we do angles? Angles we did already. Polygons, I did it recently. All right, I did angles and polygons recently. I did. All right, you can check out our past videos and you can watch it. All right, but I will not be doing angles anymore. All right, because that time I did cover the parallel lines, which is the most important, and the polygons. All right. So, but can you continue with what? Continue with other things, like algebra and a little bit of solving, because solving of equation is also quite important. All right. All right. So I'll see you in the next lesson. All right. In the meantime, please take care of yourself. Don't go out to play yet. All right. And be safe. Cool. All right. If you have any question, can just WhatsApp me, math question, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Take care. Bye bye.